Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of the Arsenal Career Mode. Today we are going with episode number 36, I think it is, 36. And today we do have two international games, as I did say in the previous episode. Now, this is still a long episode. We're going to have two international games and we're going to have the game against Chelsea, so it still is technically a Career Mode episode with Arsenal in it. I know it is two international games. I won't be playing any more of the international friendlies after these ones. The only reason I have played these ones is just to show you guys the team. This is obviously our first game with the Netherlands that we took over. I think it was around about episode 32. I do apologise for the lack of episodes of this recently. We did have a double upload of my player the other day. There will be two episodes of this going up over the weekend, and we'll also have a My Player episode as well, and that will be 4 of each series this week, so I do apologise for it kind of being a bit later on in the week that you get 2 episodes, but nevertheless we do start off with a nice goal from Arjen Robben, and I am pretty much just showing you the main goals and stuff that happened in this game, nothing too serious. I didn't want to bore you guys to death with just gameplay because it's not really that important. They are both international friendlies, one against Egypt here and one against New Zealand, which is obviously going to have our player in there, Winston Reid, who we do have at Arsenal. But Memphis Depay here comes into box, goes for a roulette and does get fouled, and it does go for a penalty, and we do get our first penalty. This Netherlands team, by the way, does feel very strong, and I do feel that I could lead it to some sort of success. The problem I do fear is if one of our big players, being Van Persie, Schneider, Arjen Robben, gets injured, or either of them gets injured, we're really going to struggle because this team is very stretched, and obviously with internationals you can only pick a 23-man squad, so we don't have very many reserve players, and the players left in the international pool, so to speak, aren't very good either. So I'm a little bit worried as to what we are going to do if we get to say the semi-finals of the World Cup and it becomes to a point where there's not really any good players. But luckily Dost here up front, very slow, but he does actually manage to pick himself up a goal, and I was quite glad with that. We do have Huntelaar on the bench, we do have Van Persie, we are playing Arjen Robben up front in the second game, but Dost here, nice little goal there, quite lucky, but nevertheless it is a finish, and we do end up, I think this was 3-0 at this point. I'm not really paying too much attention yet, it is 3-1. But these games aren't really important. I just wanted to show you guys kind of how the team could do, and we will have the other game as well. But Memphis Depay finishes it off there with a lovely little Ronaldo chop round the defender and does finish it to make it 4-1 against Egypt. And to start our international career off on a good point, getting a 4-1 win in your international debut is a really, really good thing. Not quite, we did a lot better than we did in our My Player series with our international debut, where we didn't score a single goal on our debut, which kind of sucks. But if you guys do want to go and check that out, I would really advise going and check out the My Player series. It's been doing really well recently. I've been really having a lot of fun with it, and obviously this series is still being uploaded 4 times a week, as so is that series, or at least I'm trying to keep it at 8 videos a week. And there will be some onward team videos on the channel soon as well, guys, but just for the minute we are sticking with the one and only Career Mode. But you can see here we do go into the second game, and I do give Bateas a go on the right. He's not technically a right midfielder, but I wanted to play Arjen Robben up front. I do start Wijnaldum as well, and Van Ginkel, and I start Martins Indy. So it was a bit of a change side from the team that faced Egypt, was it? Yeah, Egypt earlier in this episode. We did come up against New Zealand. The only player, obviously, I really know in there is Winston Reid, and that's because he plays for West Ham, or in our Career Mode he does play for us, and he is one of our centre-backs that we don't really use, so hopefully he wouldn't cause us too many problems. But we do start off here with a nice little bit of footwork here from Arjen Robben, just loving him in the team. One of the main reasons I picked Netherlands was because of him and Wesley Sneijder, and Robben almost gets himself on the score sheet there. But look at that from Marco. Is it Marco or Marcos? I think it's Marco Van Ginkel, the Chelsea loanee. I think he's actually on loan somewhere else this season, but that's a lovely little volley there. I do actually show the replay 3 times just because I was absolutely shocked that someone of Van Ginkel's quality could score a goal that nice, and it was actually a very nice finish. Lovely little volley into the bottom right hand corner. It does beat the New Zealand goalkeeper, who I have no idea who that is, and that does make it 1-0 to the Netherlands. We do go into 75th minute. Not a lot happened, as I said. We are just showing you the goals and what did happen, really. Just the main highlights. Arjen Robben, though, does pick himself up a goal eventually, and it does make it 2-0. Van Ginkel there giving him a hug, the first goal scorer of the game. A very lucky goal there from Arjen Robben, just proving his class, really. He can play as a striker, and he probably will play up front for us quite a bit. Van Persie is getting a lot older, and although Robben is quite old, I would prefer to use Arjen Robben over Van Persie. But look at that from Van Ginkel. Gets a tackle and then goes and runs for a goal and grabs himself his second goal of the game. He does end up getting man of the match, actually, and it's not really a surprise because the guy is just an absolute tank. I really do like Marco Van Ginkel. I don't know. He's just a great little player, and definitely will be rotating in and out of the side along alongside Daley Blind and Kevin Strootman as well. And we do actually carry on with this game. I don't know. Oh, right, whatever. Something's happening here, clearly. And we do get the ball back there with Van Ginkel again. Can he go on and repeat himself again? Very unlikely that he would be able to go on and do this all over again. He passes into Daley Blind. Daley Blind does take the shot. The New Zealand guy manages to knock it out. I think we get time to get on the counter-attack. Hopefully not, because we really didn't want to concede in this game. I was hoping that we could just kind of keep the score at, 0-0. A 0-0, 3-0 and not concede, but they were coming at us quite well, and you can see here I was struggling a little bit with the defending, and I was playing a very attacking game with New Zealand. It felt like the best way really of being able to do this, and I'm not too sure why I left this much of a highlight in the video actually, because I guess stuff did happen. I don't know, I'm quite tired, so my editing, I do apologise if some of the highlights are a lot longer than others, and this highlight here, as you can see, is quite long, but Hicks goes to come on the right hand side here. He gets a chance, and this was why I put the highlight in, because it was a nice little segment of play. He manages to cross the ball in. I think I'm going to get a goal. He heads it onto the other man, heads it into the net, and unfortunately we do actually concede, which is a little bit disappointing. Didn't particularly want to be conceding, but it does happen, and you've got to accept it. And we do actually end up picking up the 4-1 win, which is absolutely fantastic. Really pleased with this Netherlands team. Hopefully we can continue on in the next few seasons. I think every season when our contract expires, we might move on to just a new national team if you guys are interested. It was 3-1, sorry, not 4-1. 4-1 was the other game, but we do go into the game again at the Emirates Stadium. This could be the title decider, to be honest. Chelsea are, at the moment, I think, 8 points ahead of us, so we are really going to struggle to catch them up. And I've got to be honest, guys, I don't think I have the quality to better beat them this season. I know that I'm already putting myself down, and we've still got, I think how many games we got to go? We've got 9 games to go. I just don't feel this team has the quality, and I think in the summer we are going to be having a major clear out when we're getting rid of all the dead wood. We'll probably be selling on people like Laurent Koscielny. We're going to be bringing in a new right back instead of Debussy. We might even be selling on Theo Walcott and bringing in a more skillful left midfielder. This team needs a serious revamp, and this game here against Chelsea, you will see why I say that, because this team just cannot compete with Chelsea. Now, Chelsea don't have the best of teams. Like, there is definitely better teams out there, but they are very strong, and you will see just from the way that they play, they just hold the ball, and this game was so much more difficult than I anticipated it to be. Obviously, I am playing on world class, and that does obviously count for something, and I'm not good enough at the game, in all honesty, to better win the league. And you can see there, Higuain does go and score. Now, if we do lose this game, which it looks like we're going to, we are pretty much going to have a flawless end to the season. We are still a game in hand against Chelsea, but if they win this game, they will go 11 points clear at the top. And Higuain thought he scored there, even though I didn't think that actually went in, but whatever. That is offside anyway. But this game was just ridiculous. I was struggling so much to contain them, and it was just proving why Chelsea are probably the best team in the Barclays Premier League in real life, and probably on FIFA as well. And although on other times I could probably beat this Chelsea team, today was just not the day, and unfortunately if we lose this will be our second loss in a row in 2 episodes, and we went 27 games unbeaten before this, so it looks like Chelsea are going to be picking up the win here, and they do score another goal with the Brazilian winger Willian, and unfortunately it just wasn't happening. Cesc Fabregas nearly scores against his former team, but thankfully doesn't, and it was just painful. From the start to the finish, this game was just a pain, and I was so frustrated with myself because I want to give you guys the league in terms of I want to better win it and show it on here, but this team at the moment just isn't strong enough. We do unfortunately come away with a 2-0 loss, and Chelsea travel back to the other side of London with the win, which is really disappointing, and it just showed me that this team, although I think it's really good, it's not, and it needs to be improved. But anyway, guys, that is the last game of the episode, and this is going to be the end of the episode. If you have enjoyed, if we could smash 5 likes, that'd be absolutely awesome. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, and I will speak to you guys in the next episode.